everybody, my name is Pat Jackman and welcome to Careless Whispers.
Careless Whispers!
This is a show about local bands based in Wexford, and we have with us today Corner Boy. I'm going to have a little chat with them. Would you like to introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Matthew. I'm a billionaire philanthropist, a lawyer, and a banjo player. I'm Leo.
That was appalling, quite frankly.
I'm James, the fiddle player.
I'm Michael, the drums. I'm Michael, their tour manager.
Oh, that's absolute lies. How you doing, guys? You well? Would we all like some drinks?
Yeah.
By the miracle of television, we happen to have some right here. Anybody for a Guinness?
I'll take a Guinness, please.
Right, there we go, sir.
Thank you, Patrick.
What else we got here? We have got amber thingies. There's amber thingies. Amber.
Cheers, Pat.
There you go, buddy. We have we've got this stuff here.
Do you take a drink out of this?
Might have done a little bit.
That's nice.
Would you like a bit of water?
I'm okay, Pat.
Are you sure? A little bit of
no,
water.
I'm grand.
Just a little bit of water. Are you sure?
No, you're alright.
We're gonna get some water for you. I'm gonna get some water anyway. How come I'm the only one who doesn't get to drink? Anyway,
Yeah.
Well, it's your show.
Corner Boy. We started 2 years ago, correct?
2.5 now.
2.5 years ago, and they do folk rock, basically. Am I right?
Yeah. In
Yeah.
and around.
Kind of with
And weddings and bar mitzvahs.
bar mitzvahs, funerals.
Barbecues.
Hang on a second, I just gotta get the water over here. There you
You're
go,
a legend.
young fella.
Thanks.
Well, bless. Look at the little cute head on him, boy.
Nice.
Gorgeous, isn't he? I'm gonna get some as well. So it's been quite a year for you guys, hasn't it?
Yes,
An exciting one, alright, yeah.
Because it's actually around now that you did the True North single or EP release.
Yeah, I suppose this time last year
Yeah.
we shot our first kind of, I suppose, live action kind of video. All the other videos we've done before were basically just kind of,
Story based and stuff.
yeah, so we decided to, obviously Peter Square in Wexford town, there's this kind of fantastic old kind of bandstand up there. And we were kind of walking around the town looking for ideas, and the bandstand was there and it hadn't been used in like 10, 15 years or something, so we said, why not? And we put the word out online to get like a few extras, like 10 or 20 people or something to show up, like to try kind of create a kind of crowd atmosphere. And 200 people showed up, so it ended up being a great night. We ended up playing the same song 15 times, like, but it was a fantastic night, and it was great to actually use the bandstand as well. So
Yeah, super. You did that with Highwind Media, local company.
yeah,
Ted told me a fantastic story. He said that because you do pickups.
yeah.
Pickups are things that you do when you haven't done all the shots and you come back and do them. So Ted called all the boys in for the pickups, and I think you were missing a beard, weren't you?
Oh God, yeah.
And the replacement beard you got looked 10 times better than
Actually, if you look at the video, I think it's about 2 minutes in, and actually, only if Ted hadn't said it to me, I wouldn't have noticed. But you can actually get they got a big black marker, shoe polish. It's quite. It looks better than your real beard, actually.
Thanks. I grew this one myself. No, yeah, Sarah Jane brought us down to Scissors Empire, and she was the makeup artist for him. So the video had been done, and I'd been wanting to get shaved off for ages. So I went down anyway, and I came back up anyway, and we were meant to get it done like really quickly, but the lads were laughing at me for half an hour, so we were held up that night. But no, we got through it, and the video we released then, and yeah, it went on to kind of be very successful for us. So
Yeah, it did well in iTunes charts and stuff like that as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
You got into the Dutch charts as well.
We got into the Dutch charts there about a month ago. We were on a television show called Nick and Simon. And basically what Nick and Simon do is Nick and Simon are judges on The Voice in
Oh, really?
Deutschland. And
that's
that's Germany, I know.
Yeah.
But
Deutschland, Netherlands.
yeah.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
But they are two Dutch pop stars, and what they do is they go around the world and they play with local musicians. So they've been to South Africa, they've been to America. Before they came over to us, they were in Liverpool, and then they came over to us, and we played with basically the remaining members of the Dubliners, a band from Dublin called the Young Folk, and then ourselves. We went
Right.
up and we done a gig in the village with them.
Right.
But we
It
took
was-
them to Marntown first, which was important.
We took them to a pig shed.
Yeah.
Blew their minds, you know.
Yeah. I'd say it did, yeah.
Yeah, really showed them the Irish flavour.
Yeah, centre of the universe, Marntown.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
we
actually,
had salmon sandwiches and everything.
We did, yeah.
Tea and fine china cups. And
How posh. Well, it's just down the road from your home. Like, Piercestown, but well, you're a Marintown man, aren't you? We're Piercestown men. We are.
you from Piercestown?
Indeed. Lived 25 years, man and boy. Decent people out in Piercestown.
Yeah.
Decent people.
I'm from Killinnick.
I thought you were a Piercestown man.
I'm on the border.
He's a Martin's man.
Oh,
He's a Martin's man.
well, decent people out in Killinnick as well.
The thing is, like, if you're from Killinnick, you go play for the Fintons.
You're a Martins man.
Yeah,
You go play for the Martins. I'm from
breaking
Killinnick, but
rules.
play for the Martins. So
He went for the team that was doing better at the time.
Yeah.
And that he went to join the GA Cup.
Like all Manchester United supporters in the 90s.
You're a turncoat, in other words. Should be ashamed of yourself, sir.
I'm talking about this as if I actually know anything about GA.
Same as, funnily enough. Gah.
The only time Matthew was ever on a GA pitch was when we played in Crow Park, I think.
No, I've been on GA pitch twice. In Crow Park, when we played there, and in Wexford Park.
Played music in fairness, like, not...
Yeah. Didn't really play anything.
I tell you, you're only member of a folk band to ever take a shower in Crow Park anyway. So.
Well, you played on Crow. You played in Crow Park, like.
I did, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we all did. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
When was that?
Pinnacle of achievement.
How long-
That
That was last September, so it was half time during the All Ireland Camogie final.
That must have been a bit mental.
Yeah, it was grand. Like Wexford were meant to be in the final. They lost out in the semi final, so it would have been like my members of my family play camogie. So
I know Mags is playing.
yeah. But the final in the end was between Cork and
somebody else that had girls on the team.
Kilkenny. Yeah. So we played during half time, and yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah. Strange thing about Crow Park is you're not actually allowed to walk on the grass. So we went out at half time. There had been 30 people tearing around on the grass in studs and stuff, and they built us a platform to walk out onto and play.
With a red carpet.
Well, no,
yeah.
dirty kind of sandpaper look on it. Maybe that's where it is.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been truly amazing. And you played in Wexford Park here recently as well.
We did, yeah. There was a double header on between Wexford and Limerick in the league, and yeah, it's just a common thread running through all of these. Really, like Matthew just showed up ready to go, like, and we just fed off
yeah,
Matthew's
fresh.
enthusiasm. Like Matthew was very fresh. He didn't go out drinking the night before.
No, certainly not.
The 3 nights before, and he definitely didn't fall asleep right before we were meant to do the national anthem in front
Basically, what
of
happened-
10,000 people. That didn't happen.
What happened in Crow Park was
It's all coming out now.
a very nice person the night before had given me a bottle of poteen, and I drank it. And
No, you didn't.
and I got into Crow Park, and what I didn't realise in Crow Park was that the first thing that they do is they go onto a shot of your face and put you onto a 60-foot screen. So the first thing I seen in Crow Park was my disgusting looking head on a 60-foot screen, and for some strange reason I just couldn't get into the music afterwards.
And from such lofty pinnacles. But anyway, let's go back a bit. Right, we were talking about True North, the EP.
Yep.
And a lovely video, and I think it's kind of been a bit bypassed in a way. Is the Ghost Town City video
Yeah, we shot that
with Gary Lydon,
Gary Lydon, yeah.
the
so,
star of stage and screen. Yeah.
Yeah, Gary's a bit of a local legend as
No,
most
he's
people
brilliant,
know.
yeah.
He's probably one of the most kind of more prominent actors that's ever come out of Wexford. So we got in touch with him anyway, and we sent him on the track. Just a terribly nice guy to work with, like true and true. He shot it in Dublin over a couple of days, and yeah, we got that was our first, I suppose, first proper music video for our first single, Ghost Town City. So and yeah, it's kind of we've released another
It's a
two
gorgeous
since
video.
then.
It's
Yeah.
a gorgeous video.
We stuck the poor guy out in terrible weather in a dinghy off Holt Head.
Oh,
With there was nobody else out with him. It was just a drone above him,
yeah.
and apparently he was out there for 2 or 3 hours with an unbelievable fear of water.
Really.
Yeah,
And wet shoes.
and wet shoes.
It's horrible.
Yeah. But I mean, it's worth it. I mean, it's a stunning video. It really is. Yeah, just because I don't know. It's funny that one seems to have just been a little bit bypassed or something like that.
Yeah, well, it was an
But it's a
honour for us to
gorgeous
have
video.
him in the video. Like the first person that we get, like when they asked us who do you want in it, the first person we said was Gary. Like, so,
Yeah.
so
Does
he's synonymous with a lot of like Wexford plays and stuff. A lot of his work
Exactly.
with
Billy
Roach.
Roach and yeah.
We're
what have you.
massive fans of Billy's as well. So it was kind of like if we could get him, we would. So
There's an awful there's between all your stuff there's a big Wexford connection. Is that like a conscious decision the whole time to make sure that you have Wexford, or is it just kind of worked out that way that we've got such a pool of talent that
I don't know. I think it's the personality of the stuff.
Exactly,
Really,
yeah,
you know.
exactly.
I think our stuff reflects the personality of Wexford. So we kind of tried to show that in the videos and.
But you're right
stuff that we
with
like
that
to
as
do.
well, like the
Yeah.
talent pool here. Why, I suppose, when we know so many talented people who can work in different ways and help us and be part of kind of the team, you know, there's really no need for us to choose anyone else. So, so yeah, we've got more videos and stuff coming out in the next couple of months and stuff. And it's the same again. We're working local because the talent is there. So like we've toured all over Ireland. Like I think we've played in like 26 or 27 different counties. Like and people in Wexford, I suppose they look at all the talent here and they maybe, not consciously, but might take it for granted because they just think that it's like that everywhere else in Ireland, and we've been everywhere, and genuinely we're very unique in that respect. So, so it's nice to kind of hone in and create that kind of sense of community between like filmmakers and actors and script writers and obviously music with us as well. So. And it only kind of strengthens us, really.
Yeah, again, like the things that get said to us, which get said to every Wexford person that goes around, Wexford strawberries and potatoes. But the thing that we always say to them, also one of the best music scenes in the country, you know, and one of the best scenes for writers, artists, everything like that. Like, I didn't really realise how lucky we are in Wexford until we start getting to other places in Ireland. We're well up there with places like, well, what are meant to be the cultural centres, Galway and that kind of thing. Wexford well holds its own for such a small town.
I suppose there is a certain amount of we do kind of think that we're only a small little town, and we do tend to end up apologising for ourselves, really, which is kind of the wrong way to go about it, really, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, having said that, you've had. I thought it was absolutely fascinating. You've had a metal band cover one of your songs.
Yeah.
That was where did that come out? That was the London guy. That did Morning.
Richie Mason.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a
mad.
producer living in London.
He's actually from out the road though.
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He's living in London now, and yeah, he heard the song. Obviously, he came back to Wexford from London and heard the song. It was doing quite well on radio and stuff, so he put his own kind of unique spin on it. So he spent a long time working on it, like, and I'd recommend people listening to it because
It's interesting, and it's a different spin on the song as well.
it definitely would wake you up in the morning.
There's another one, a producer from Quebec. Yeah, he actually done a hip hop version of one of our tunes.
Really,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Not that that either.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a love hate kind of thing with that one. Some people that we show to think that it's one of the most amazing things that they've ever heard.
It's a pop record. It's
It's
different,
really-
but yeah, it's a privilege for us, other people trying to interpret our music.
course,
'Cause,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
as songwriters, like sit in our bedrooms, kind of writing these tunes, and then other people kind of want to take them on board. And even see kids like doing covers on YouTube and stuff, and tribute videos, and yeah, it's
It was fantastic.
mad, like stuff.
And you had you also had a choir sing with you there last year as well, didn't you?
The Dublin
Limerick.
Gospel Choir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
was
pretty.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in the Selsker.
What's it like having the people kind of singing stuff back at you like that? I mean, it must be fairly.
Spine tingling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's intimidating in a way.
I wasn't there, so we got.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
funny night.
We actually had to get one of our mates, Killian Byrne, into.
He's in a wonderful band called Basketball.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
indeed. Yeah.
Michael was actually in the States at the time, and we went down, and like working with professionals, like the Dublin Gospel Choir, you're shocked the way they pick stuff up, you know, because we went in and none of us are the singer of the band, so we can't really give them guides on vocal melodies or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it was very kind of embarrassing us going down and trying to teach this unbelievable choir. But the way they picked it up, I think like 15 minutes, they had 2 tunes off absolutely perfect.
It's incredible.
And then when you're up on stage with, what is there, 15 or 20 of them or something like that?
Something is, I'd say there's been 15 in
And
them.
when they come in on the harmony, you know, you can't help but have just the biggest, stupidest smile you've
It's just a wall in the head.
We had the Castlebridge Gospel Choir in at the Spiegel tent as well.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
we've also worked with
Okari, is it?
Vocari.
That's right. That was in the Spiegel tent. Actually,
Yeah.
that leads me nicely because I want to talk about the gigs from last year because you had a couple of phenomenal gigs up during the year. Talk about the Spiegel tent. I was there. That was absolutely stunning.
It was just one of those weird nights, like one of those Wexford nights where everyone actually just came out and everyone had a really great time. Like it was like everyone we've kind of talked to afterwards, and even complete strangers come up and said, "I've been there that night. It's one of the best nights I've ever had." So it's, yeah, it was just we'd gotten off the road after a really heavy summer of touring, and we took some time, and then we wanted to just, by the time we'd kind of taken a little bit of a break before it, we were just raring to get back up on stage, and we got to the Spiegel tent anyway, and it was just incredible. Something like 700 people came to see us, and we were the last act of the festival as well, so we got to close it. And on the key to your hometown, like, it was huge for us, and we've been working really, really hard all year. It was kind of like, right, is this paying off or not? Like, kind of questioning it, like, because we didn't see our friends or families for months, and it was mental, it was crazy, like. So then, yeah, to have that kind of validation, I suppose, at the Spiegel tent was incredible for us.
Super.
It was, yeah.
Just to explain, the Spiegel tent was the for the Opera Festival last year here in Wexford, and they had a huge big tent actually on the quays, and they had acts all, and it was a phenomenal night. I was there in the middle of that.
Yeah.
I got to say, it was one of the best things I've seen in Wexford since me, basically.
It's a bold statement.
Talking about me, and the Electric Picnic as well. We were playing at the same time down Electric Picnic. I didn't get to see you. That was another great gig. You were down in the Salty Dog down there, weren't you?
That was completely unexpected, though. That one was.
We showed up and we showed up and they're meant to pick you up in the car park and bring all your gear in. So I think it was like 20 minutes before we were
But the
due
thing
on
is,
stage.
there's like a ladder of how important you are at Electric Picnic, and you've got somebody on the top, like, I don't know who was it.
Hosier's on an hour after.
Hosier and the Arctic Monkeys or something like that, and then we've got Corner Boy from Pierce's Town on the bottom. You know?
But yeah, like you were playing behind Trenchtown,
Yeah.
right behind us, and we were playing on the Salty Dog stage. And the Salty Dog stage is cool.
It is a nice little stage, isn't
They
it?
put a pirate ship in the middle of a forest, like,
Yeah.
and it's right at the gates of Electric Picnic between the camp and when you walk in. So everyone's it's the last place to go to kind of shovel their beer or whatever, like, and then head into the arena because you can't bring bottles or whatever in. So, so it was like perfect time of day, about 3:00. A lot of people were going in to see the Hosier or whatever. We were on right before him, so we got up on stage anyway.
I'm pretty sure there were people there to see you as well, now, in fairness.
Yeah,
I had was, yeah.
yeah.
I kept looking out at people and going, I know that person.
Wexford, yeah.
Hi! Eventually I stopped waving because I felt like an idiot.
Kind of hampers your bass playing as well, I think.
You're just acting like the Queen there.
This thing was a load of Wexford people in different camps, and they were all trying to find one place to meet up at one time. So the word got around anyway on Facebook, whatever. 3:00 Saturday, everyone meet at Corner Boy. So everyone showed up. We were like, at one stage during the gig, I was like, "All right, Wexford," and everyone just went. So yeah, it was great. It was great.
No, fantastic. Is there anything else you want to cover over the last year before we move on to, let's see.
Well, considering we're here, do you want to talk about?
We want to talk about the new single, On Tie the Noose. That is coming out tonight.
Tonight,
Tonight,
yeah.
Being launched
Tuesday,
on
iTunes,
iTunes tonight.
Spotify, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So.
Now the thing is, though, I want to get straight. You wrote this song under a bridge. There's kind of a story there. Let me see if I got this right. You're kind of trying to get back to yourself, and you went under a bridge one night, and you were kind of. Is that kind of like the hippy dippy version, which is completely wrong and
It was during the
shut
summer.
up, Pat kind of thing, or?
No, you're half right there.
We were playing Trolls under a bridge. Happen to have our instruments.
Who made the best
I actually
troll?
wasn't there, actually, now that I think about it. Sorry.
It was during the summer, and
Sorry, Matthew.
we had a really busy couple of months,
Drop a pin.
and it was really tiring. It was a kind of a tough time for us, like myself and Matthew and I. Sorry.
So selfish.
And yeah, it was a tough time, and we were just kind of let's just get back to doing some writing because we were gigging, and we had no time for writing. So it was like, let's go back and start writing music again. So we were in Killinick under the old railway bridge.
Basically, what we were doing is we were going around, and we were kind of sick of being stuck in practice rooms and stuff, because really trying to have good relationships with your friends, your family, or anything like that, it really gets hard when you're on the road so much. So it was quite a hard time, especially for myself and Michael there at the time. So we kind of every night we'd have nothing to do, and it's just like, what we do tonight, head out to the beach, bring the instruments. And we just ended up underneath the old railway bridge in Kilkenny.
We went up Four Mountain, we went down to the beaches, we were in forest, we were just looking for excuses because it was a great summer, it was very warm, and it was one of those nights where it was 10 o'clock at night and it was still warm, and it was just perfect summer night, and we hadn't written it in months, and we're like, are we just some kind of one hit kind of thing, or what's going on here? So we said we'd start writing again, and this song just came out. So
originally played on just a banjo and a mandolin case, not a mandolin or anything like that, just a mandolin case.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Are you sure you boys can make music out of anything anyway?
Yeah.
Do that again.
But no.
No, I'm going to sample that, man.
No.
Yeah, so that is. And where did you record it? Was a matter of interest.
We recorded it with a local producer and a very good friend of the band, a guy called Johnny Stewart. Johnny's excellent at what he does. He's after setting up his own media company.
And a great musician as well.
Fantastic musician, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's releasing an EP this year as well. And the strength and depth of Wexford writers at the moment, music is incredible.
It's stunning.
You've got the likes of even like
Ian Doyle.
Paul Crane,
Yeah.
Baskerville are really just something else as well. So there's a lot of great stuff out there, and we're really lucky to kind of call them as friends of ours. So, but yeah, back to the single. That's been released tonight, and we're actually going to be shooting a music video for it with Paul O'Brien, who's a local director who we were working with earlier on this year as well. We're actually soundtracking one of his movies, feature-length movies during the summer as well, and we did the live score for his play that was actually shot right here.
Right here in this space, yeah.
You know all about that, don't you?
I was making out that I didn't. Thanks very much. You've just gone past the fourth wall, man. You know, you've just broken the magic. What can I say? And you're doing a gig in the Dunwira in Main Street on Wexford on Saturday night as well.
Night, yeah.
Another homecoming.
Kind of, yeah. Like we were looking at venues to play. We played Metro a few times, like last year, and that's after shutting down. So we looked at the Dunmore. Like for us, we started gigging when we were like 13, 14.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Yeah. And it was where we kind of cut our teeth. Like it was really where it all began for us, I suppose. So for us, we always thought, you know, it'd be quite indicative of us as a band to know for making real progress if we could get back to the Dunmore someday and play our own headline show there. So yeah, for us it's just we're really excited to play there Saturday night because it's a huge deal for us. Like it's massive to get back and play there. It's a great venue that we don't really believe it's used enough maybe. So really happy to get back in there again. So
Cool. And you've got a couple of festivals now coming up as well. You got
First one on the
Festival.
cards is Fantastival.
I can never say that. That's in
then
May, first week in May, isn't it?
First week of May. Then Canalophonic straight after that. That's from the 8th. Yeah, that's the week
8th
of
and
the
9th,
8th.
yeah.
The 8th we're in.
Then
Roddy Bowland's,
after
isn't it?
that, we are in Roddy Bowland's.
Yeah,
And then we are in other places at other festivals.
we're playing Groove Festival with the Darkness. So
Deadly.
that should be interesting.
Cool.
They're on before us, like.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
Listen, guys, it was brilliant talking to you. Thanks very much for coming down and chatting to
for
us.
having us.
Listen, is there any chance that you'll do an old song for us?
Yeah.
Go on.
Is there another point in it?
Yeah, okay, go on. Several million. And okay, right. We'll get you to set up now in a minute. In the meantime, if you like what you see and if you like Wexford music, click the link, subscribe to the channel, all that, like and all that sort of stuff. In the meantime, we'll be back again at some stage, and I give you Corner Boy. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
all he